Hello and welcome, Taurus, to July monthly reading. I am alignedsoultarot. Welcome. It is with great pleasure to bring you these July messages. I pulled some cards out in the pre-shuffle that we will be going over first, and then we will dive into the tarot and see what messages we have for you, dear Taurus. This is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. This is a general message. As always, let the power of free will be at play here, right? If you want to go a bit deeper, a little more private, kind of dive into specific elements of this general reading, all my information is in the description box below, Taurus, okay? So take what messages resonate and allow the others to fly away, right? If they don't fit your story, don't let them. But with any reading, I do ask that you allow yourself to process what comes up in this reading, because you'll be surprised what serves you, even if it might feel a little stuck, trapped, or maybe not really wanting to be heard. Maybe along the line throughout the month, you might have a light bulb go off. You know, that happens a lot of the time. So just kind of gather this information and kind of sit with it, okay? So to start off your reading, Taurus, I really kind of wanted to talk about some of the general themes that we're all experiencing, right? So in June, we had Mercury go retrograde to add to the other like 6 planets that we're now experiencing in retrograde, and Neptune as well. So with Neptune and Mercury going retrograde, there is this sense of confusion. And as I was in the pre-shuffle in your energy, I did feel a slight heaviness of like trusting in yourself and knowing how to kind of navigate this energy. Just know that you're not in this alone, that these retrogrades can kind of bring up a little bit of fogginess. But also, as I do this reading, today we are experiencing and going into the next couple days, we're going to be really feeling this energy of the solar eclipse, okay, which is in Cancer, and we have the new moon. So just lots of energy buzzing around us, and with that, there's a lot of kind of stuff that comes up, right? And it's okay to be a bit confused. It's okay to kind of flow back and forward between your masculine and feminine traits. And I say that because in the pre-shuffle we had this masculine and feminine card come up, and you had a lot of reverse cards that showed themselves. So that's why I'm sensing this kind of confusion a little bit. And the reversed cards really go hand in hand with these retrogrades and the energy at play for all of us, right? So just allow yourself to sit with this, okay, as we speak upon these cards, and just know that you're really being asked to find balance between your masculine and your feminine traits, right? Because we all have both energies within us, whether we're female or male. And I think that you have been kind of leaning to one side or the other, and Spirit is asking you to try to center yourself. In the description box below, I always provide a list. It's a channel that I find to be a great tool to kind of align and integrate our chakras, because I think those are kind of our center points within us that really align our masculine and feminine traits. And if one of those chakras is out of balance, we tend to sway from one side or the other. And I say this with lightheartedness because it's okay to kind of sway to one side or the other, but there comes a time when that serves us, and there comes a time when that doesn't serve us. And I also, in the pre-shuffle, saw that we're feeling a lot of this watery energy. So I think when you're swaying, kind of this polarity within you, it brings up a lot of emotions. And you're being asked to focus specifically for July, and just know that my readings are timeless. So this could be for the next several months, right? Or this could be past energies. Just take it as it resonates. But you're really having to learn how to control your emotions and how to understand your emotions, is a better way to put it. And come from a place of discernment, especially with the solar eclipse, with this aspect to Saturn, and Saturn being a retrograde, is lots of karmic lessons coming up. And lots of emotions come up with that. And we're being asked, who are we, right? What have we learned from this karma? What have we learned through our relationships, our friendships, right? And you're kind of going in that process right now of understanding and developing and learning, and taking that wisdom that you've learned along the way to catapult you, right? With this solar eclipse energy, it's like transforming us and moving us into the next several months. And as I've been starting these July monthlies, what I'm really feeling is, although this is for July, I think that a lot of this energy that we're going to speak upon today in this general reading is going to be for the next several months, okay? Because these retrogrades and the solar eclipse, it's kind of, they go hand in hand. And a lot of this energy, a lot of these retrogrades are not going to be coming into direct alignment again, forward movement, until fall time. Okay, so just know that these changes, this growth that Spirit's trying to show you, is not going to happen overnight, but it's going to kind of happen over the next several months for you and most of us. I think all of us. So just be patient with yourself, okay? And really sit with that water element, okay? So however you connect to water, whether that be taking a nice relaxing bath, sitting near the water, doing water ceremony, just kind of feel into it. How can you connect to water? Okay, and you might be dealing directly with a Pisces, okay? This came up as kind of an overlying energy. So that's why I'm emphasizing this water, is because I think it's very important for you to tap in and tune in. You might be connected to a Pisces, or you might be connected to a Gemini. You have the Gemini card here. But if you don't have any of these placements within your chart, like I said, you could be dealing with someone that has Pisces or Gemini in their chart that can help you in this time frame, or it's just energies that you need to be sitting and tapping into. So with Pisces, it's 12th house, so it's all about our subconscious mind, right? Connecting to water, connecting to our intuition, right? And then Gemini is all about the mind, so your thoughts, anxieties as well that can come up. And I think when you think about the mind and Gemini connecting with water, I think about emotions and our thoughts and how they can overtake us, right? And in those thoughts that overtake us and we get caught up in our head, our emotions kind of get out of whack. So finding the nice balance between water and air, and learning how to discern those energies and discern your thoughts and navigate through your thoughts, right? And say, okay, what energy is mine? What energy isn't mine, right? Also a lot of meditation to help assist you in clearing out some, heavier energies for you, Taurus. So you're asking to stay present, right? Throughout all of this emotional upheaval that you might be experiencing in your thoughts and your emotions, stay present. And the way to do that is through meditation, right? Again, in the description box below, I'm going to provide you with a great quick alignment meditation that I do before my readings, and also a channel for all the chakras and how to kind of align yourself within your chakra centers, okay? So summer is going to be huge for you, and we're stepping into that right now in the northern hemisphere of the world. Summer. Wherever you are in the world, just know that summertime is kind of a crucial time for you in your growth and navigating these waters for you, Taurus, and balancing out the wisdom that you've attained and learned. So just be aware of that summer is going to be a critical time for you, okay? And it's sitting next to this timeline card. So I also see it as summer is going to be, like I said, we are in this retrogrades. We're in these retrogrades until fall. So this is going to be a time, summertime, for you to plan and assess, right? Where are you going? Where are you going, Taurus? right? And what I also wanted to let you know, Taurus, specifically for you, is that these eclipses, the solar eclipse, it's highlighting a lot of your finances. 10th and 11th house is huge for you, Taurus. So 10th house is all about career. It's all about your role in your career. And one thing that I wanted you to take away from this energy that's highlighting you at this time right now is, how does your role in that career, whatever you're choosing, right? Whatever you're choosing to focus on, how is that connecting to your heart, your body, your mind, and your spirit? Making sure that you really are happy in your career and knowing that this is going to be emotionally fulfilling, right? That watery energy, making sure that you're really emotionally satisfied with the work that you do. 10th house is all about your role, that your fame, you know, so really making sure that you're connecting into your heart and your emotions and making sure that they're in alignment with your career, okay? Also, 11th house is big for you, so networking. Over the month of July, I think you're going to be tapping in with a lot of people. That Gemini energy is all about networking, communicating, right? So finding people that are going to help you grow, right? It's also about friendships. So you might actually find that through your friendships, it's really aligning you on your path, your career, your soul's purpose, okay? You're going to be honing in on your skills with Saturn as well. The solar eclipse that we're experiencing June 21st as I do this reading. You're honing in on your skills, right? You're taking things head on, right? But you're having to balance your emotions. That's really a big theme. Balancing the masculine and feminine aspects of who you are and how you show up in your career. And another thing with that Pisces card, that watery energy, you also have the Queen of Water here. So you might have a lot of water placement in your chart, like I said, but I'm going to look at it as a general overlying message. And the way that I'm seeing this when it comes up in reverse is you have to balance your emotions. Huge theme for you, Taurus. Understanding your emotions. Why are you being triggered? What are your emotions teaching you, right? That's what the solar eclipse is all about. It's like illumination, transformation, along with the retrogrades, right? There's just so much being shown to all of us at this time. And we're learning from that with the Saturn aspect. We're learning about old karmic cycles, patterns, toxic and good, right? And we're learning how to move into the future evolved, right? Learning from that. You're sensing more of that cycle, the karmic cycles that are no longer serving you, they're falling away. And you're like, I'm moving forward. I'm staying present in the moment, but I'm moving forward, right? I'm taking the wisdom that I've gathered along the way with this wisdom card here. Take the wisdom that you've gathered from the past with these retrogrades and learn from them. You might be actually reaching out to past relationships, friendships, like I said, the 11th house, to help you in this process right now, dear Taurus. You have crowd surfing card, which is all about kind of other people's opinions, kind of dragging you down. Don't allow yourself to become like a sheep. I don't know if you know what that means, but I say that, I don't normally use that term, but when I see the crowd surfing card, I think of like people that just kind of go along with the herd mentality. And I think for you, you might have felt like that in the past. And maybe that's how you've navigated a lot of your career and friendships. And now you're learning how to tap into spirit, tap into source, tap into your wisdom, right? We have the 7 of air here, which is all about spirituality. This is like the Hierophant, which is Taurus energy. And then we have this wisdom card. So you're really having to take from your past with the retrogrades and bring it into the present moment with this present card. And that can be painful, right? Because you're having to reassess maybe some past wounds from childhood even, and integrate that into your adulthood, wherever you are in your life phase, right? And understanding whatever karmic lessons that you've learned from your past, it's made you stronger. And it's allowing you to understand your emotions, right? Emotions is a big theme for you. So I'm going to read a little bit about the Seven of Air because I felt like it was a big theme for you. Is really tapping into your wisdom and your spirituality to navigate your emotions. So the Seven of Air here, what it says here is it symbolizes spiritual belief, religious practice, right? This is the influence that we have upon ourselves, how we perceive the world. Spiritual belief can make our lives feel complete, make us feel healthier, happier, kinder, more compassionate, more empathetic. It can bring peace, healthy sense of understanding, right? Spirituality is really just about understanding. It's not necessarily just like dogmatic approach. So another thing this card emphasizes is to try not to be too restricted in like religious beliefs. They do serve us, but taking a more of a spiritual approach. This is kind of an all-encompassing energy, piecing the past. So maybe you were raised super religious, say Catholic, Christian, whatever that is for you. And you're now kind of learning a different way of looking at things. And you're becoming more empathetic because of that. You're becoming more understanding. And it can be emotional because there could be this cognitive dissonance within you between the head and the heart of like what you believe, right? And you're taking the wisdom from your past, right? Like I said, your religious upbringing definitely serves you. All of it serves you. It gives you wisdom and understanding. But now it seems like you're kind of opening up. You're opening up. You're taking a more spiritual approach to life. And just being a little more open-minded is really your theme. Opening up your emotions, opening up your heart to allow for growth, and understanding that your emotions are serving you at this time. Okay? We don't want to use our emotions to be manipulative or to get our way. With the Queen of Water here coming up in reverse, we have to stay balanced, right? We don't want to manipulate others with our emotions. Guilt, shame, right? And also that crowd surfing card I'm seeing kind of connecting to that Queen of Water is like, we don't want to manipulate or allow others to manipulate us through their emotions. So you might be dealing with someone that is doing that directly to you, and you're learning how the other people around you, whether that's in career, love, friendships, family, you're seeing it now from a broader perspective, and you're understanding, you're raising above this crowd, right? And you're like, oh my God, the light bulbs are going off. Like, now I understand why these people think this way. Now I'm understanding why these relationships that I've formed happen this way, and you're rising above it, okay? Or you're in the process of rising above it by attaining this wisdom and this emotional power. As I look at it, it's like having a better understanding of other people's emotions too, right? And why they do the things they do. And again, balancing the masculine and feminine traits within us. So now we're going to dive into the tarot here. We're going to see what kind of general messages we have for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Calling out into the ether for soul guidance for my dear Taurus viewers. Let's connect to the highest potential for you, Taurus, in the immediacy of now. Calling on our guides, your guides, to be here with us. Our ancestors, our angels, all high vibrational beings, to assist us through this energy, providing the truth and nothing but the truth for my dear Taurus viewers. Okay, we had a flyer here. What is it? Page of Fire. Beautiful energy. You might be dealing with Aries, Leo, or Sag. But I see this kind of within your career. Like I said, career is being your money, your finances, career, networking. I'm seeing this more as that, like you're taking initiative within those sectors because this is what's being highlighted for Taurus at this time. So just know that you have this ambition, this drive that is pushing you, but you need to stay present, right? And also for you, learning from the past, right? Like I was talking about, all that wisdom that you've gathered from the past, you really have to take that into your present moment. And it's not that you have to take it as baggage, it's just wisdom, cultivating knowledge and learning from that and not allowing it to drag you down, but to uplift you. It's a teaching moment, right? And now you're going into this new endeavor with the Page of Fire, with a better understanding. You know, fire, wand energy, I do look at that as connection to spirit, right? So let's see what we have for you, Taurus. Let's cut the deck here. Another message that I'm getting for you, Taurus, is that you might be actually focusing on a spiritual path within your career. That's just for some. Finding ways to bring spirituality into your career. And one thing I have to say is that you don't necessarily have to do like Reiki or Tarot or any sort of metaphysical job, career to necessarily do that. Spirituality in general can be brought into any sort of role, really. It's just about broadening your understanding of what that means to you. And maybe that's what you're grasping right now, is like all that spiritual knowledge and wisdom that you've learned from your past. You can bring that into any aspect of your life, any aspect of your career, whether you're a lawyer, a teacher, a mechanic, right? It's just, spirituality really is just about like being empathetic, understanding other people's viewpoints, right? Stepping more into that 5D world, not being so 3D and stuck in the ego. So that's what spirituality really teaches us, and it balances us. And as I look at your tarot here, that spiritual 7 of air card falls right beneath the temperance, and the temperance is in reverse, so there's that balance, right? When it's upright, this is all about bringing in balance, and even in reverse it is as well. And you see this girl is holding this cup of water, so again, water is huge for you. So any way that you can connect to water, connect to your emotions, July is going to be a big month for you on doing that and understanding your emotions, right? Temperance is all about quality. You see this ring of illumination around her crown. So anything to do with any sort of spiritual enlightenment through meditation, metaphysical tools, healing, it's super important for you to bring this into balance, because it's in reverse. So it's telling me that this is very, very significant for you, Taurus. Finding ways to tap into your spirituality, because this is what's going to fuel this new career endeavor for you, okay? It really is the main driving force behind your career, your networking, tapping into your spirituality. In the description box below, I will provide a chakra healing channel. And I think for you, it's mainly around your crown. Crown is the direct line of communication between the 3D and the 5D, right? The spiritual realm and, you know, the physical 3D realm. So tapping in, tuning in to discover your emotions, right? For you, Taurus. You have the Death card in reverse here. So I think this is challenging in a sense to let yourself transform, let yourself be illuminated. You could even be deepening if you are a spiritual person, which most of you are that view these readings, right? It's like deepening that spiritual connection even more, right? If you felt like you couldn't, maybe there's some blockages around that with this Death card in reverse here. This is all about transformation, scorpionic energy, which is also water. Again, lots of water energy here. So for you, it's all about transformation, allowing things that no longer serve you, that herd mentality, maybe some religious limitations that you kind of were brought up in. That's really what I keep going back towards. And you're learning from that. You're allowing those layers to shed. And especially with the solar eclipse, it's all about shedding old layers, old karmic lessons, old karmic cycles, allowing yourself to be illuminated and allowing the light to be absorbed within you, okay? And then see that this is there's this hesitation to grow and to spiritually evolve because you've been hurt, you've been wounded with this 9 of fire here. You're a bit guarded, right? The 9 represents personal development. It's all about like self-care, growth. So it's really important for you to focus on yourself right now, your connection to source, to bring back this temperance, this balance within your life. Because guess what? You have, with that wisdom card sitting right below it, like I said, all that wisdom that you've gained, the good and the bad, the ugly, all those karmic lessons. You got this 10 of Cups, water energy. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Got that Pisces card here. See, very well may be dealing with a water sign, okay? Or you might just have water in your chart. But like I said, if none of those resonate, you're just tapping into that water element. You're learning how to tap into that watery self, your watery body, your emotions. You're discovering your emotions and you're deepening that connection to spirit, which is so, so beautiful. So just be easy on yourself for the month of July and the upcoming months and really be vulnerable, be open, be receptive, be fluid, right? The ebbs and flows of water, because you have this emotional happiness. 10 of Cups is all about emotional abundance, right? This is all about being happy, resilient. This is the 10. This is getting there. So you have this 9 of fire to the 10. So I do sense that you are going to be letting go, even with this death in reverse, though it is a challenging process of shedding, and deepening our connection to spirit. You are going to be reaching this 10 of Cups, but it takes that acquired wisdom, right? Learning from the past. Like I said, past relationships, friendships within your career might be surfacing. And those people or ideas, I think they're actually going to serve you. But being very discerning. Like, okay, I'm learning from that. I'm learning from my past. I'm getting it now. I'm understanding it. I'm cultivating this wisdom. And now I'm ready to step into this 10 of water, this 10 of Cups. So I'm going to wrap up your reading by reading about this 10 of water, because I think it's a beautiful way to end this reading, because it's motivation, right? It's motivation for you to understand these messages and to get a deeper understanding of self and your emotions, right? Okay, 10 of water, floating and content. A nymph considers her family 3 hummingbirds that tend to her beloved lilies, just as the flowers sustain her birds. Everything in her garden is connected, right? So everything from your past, present, it's connected. And everything is finally falling into place. Even things that you weren't sure you'd ever achieve. Turmoil, worry, the emotional ups and downs are leveling out, and life is getting better and better with every day. Appreciate the connection to source, connection to spirit, your friends, your networks, your family that you've built up during this time, the support and love they've given along the way, and how you can now enjoy them and give back, right? How beautiful. You're coming into alignment with your divine masculine and feminine. This could be within a relationship too, but really it's all about self-growth. Understanding your emotions, understanding your spiritual journey, and tapping into your heart and your crown chakra, and allowing yourself to be vulnerable and open and receptive to your emotions, and know that transformation is taking place in your life. What a beautiful month ahead for you. Yeah, I'm excited for you, Taurus. If you want to go a bit deeper into any of these cards, any of the messages that you received, my information is in the description box below. We can book a private reading and we can really understand what kind of spiritual lessons you're learning from others. This could be through love, career, but feel free to reach out to me for a private reading. And also check out my solar eclipse pick-a-pile reading, which really emphasizes the energy that we're sitting in right now. And I wish you all the best, Taurus, and stay blessed.